a very impromptu weekday streamage. I figured, what the hell, might as well hop on for a bit. I'm just sort of relaxing, to be honest. It's been I'm not in uni now until Friday, as I'm on placement at the moment. So I thought, oh, go on, I've got some time on my hands. I'll do a Monday night stream, because Mondays are not normally the best days to stream. I know a few people stream on Mondays, but I just thought, oh, go on then, I'm not going to bother with audio checks, because I'm pretty sure, do you know what, now that I've said that, yeah, no, it's fine, it's working, sick, yeah, yeah, I just thought I'd hop on for a bit. Not really much to talk about, other than that placement's going really, really well. I can't lie, I'm having the time of my life on placement. I am trying to be a bit careful though, because of obviously how intense stage combat is. I'm trying not to do myself any injuries, which is why my, oh shoot. Which is why a lot of my, there you go. A lot of my like weekday stuff is like very. Like, I'm not going to the gym. I don't know, I should do. I'm just working on not staying in, or just I say staying in shape, but also not injuring myself. Just preserving my health. Preserving my health for, you know, I did. It was quite terrifying. We went over, one thing I never did during my course, my stage combat course, but how to, and as I am like assisting, almost like a teacher assistant in stage combat, I am the one who's doing all like the demonstrations with the leading like teacher, fight director, and I had to be, well, simulate a kick to the balls, or the teacher simulated a kick to the balls, and I was the test subject, to put it nicely. Thankfully, I didn't get hit. I was kind of shitting myself, I can't lie, but at the same time, it was great. It was great to just kind of go through the motions. I had such a fun time with it.
You guys need help with that?
Oh, what left up to the jaw. That looked like it would have broke something. Do you know what? I do actually wonder what a full-blown... because Spider-Man obviously pulls his punches. He's so strong. He quite literally... like, didn't he break Scorpion's jaw or something? If you get clocked by Spider-Man, it's gonna hurt. It might even kill you, to be honest. Well, then again, anyone can kill someone with just one punch, depending on where you hit them. But for Spider-Man, I feel like it'd be a lot less powerful. Like, a lot less powerful of a swing to still have to kill you. But imagine a full... See, I kind of... If Hulk is in Brand New Day, I can't lie, I want to see Spider-Man, like, knock the Hulk out with a punch. I feel like that would be incredible. You know, the strongest character, or the physically strongest Marvel character, getting knocked out by Spider-Man, I think would be quite iconic. Obviously, I'm not... Oh, I keep getting that combo, and I'm so glad, because it's my favourite one. Oh... Too bad the camera angles are pretty bad. I love this combo so much. The double left-hander, it's just awesome. Like, I absolutely love that combo, and I keep getting it. And I'm living for it, because that's my favourite combo from the first game as well. One thing I love about the default like fighting style in this game is that they've added a lot more punches. Because in the first game he's all kicky, whereas now he's actually throwing, like Peter's actually throwing hands a bit more. And it's such like a niche thing to talk about, but my favourite Spider-Man fight scenes are the one where he's like throwing punches as well as like, you know, doing classic Spider-Man stuff. You know, like, I think my favourite fight, honestly, might be the end fight from No Way Home with Tom Holland and Willem Dafoe. But then again, I do love the Spider-Man versus Doc Ock train fight in Spider-Man 2. Like, that is just a brawling beauty. And that's my, you know, with Tobey Maguire in particular, I feel like he's the biggest brawler of all the Spider-Men. In fact, I love Andrew Garfield, but as I'm talking about him, I might as well put. I feel like he is the biggest brawler of the Spider-Men. And I just love it. Honestly, I just love it. I'm kind of hoping that Spider-Man Noir will kind of fight like Tobey Maguire in that series next year. I'm not really expecting much from it. I'm going to watch it because it's Spider-Man, and also Nick Cage is back from... I also stand mistaken. I stand very much mistaken because Tombstone is not the first one to transition from animation to live action into the Spider-Verse stuff, like the Spider-Verse casting, because obviously Nick Cage is reprising his role as Spider-Man Noir in the live action series, and he voiced him in the Spider-Verse movie, Into the Spider-Verse. It wasn't. It's weird because he was in Across the Spider-Verse as a cameo, but it wasn't actually like he didn't actually voice any lines. So technically he's not credited for it. He's just there. Yeah, but I love how brawly this Spider-Man is.
Thanks. I think.
Yeah, I love this suit. It's my... I just love Tobey Maguire Spider. I was having a chat with my mate last night, one of my best friends. We were having a chat till like 2 in the morning, and we started chatting about the Spider-Man movies, and we were both talking about Tobey Maguire, particularly Bully Maguire as well. I'm gonna put that suit on because it's Bully Maguire. In fact, I'm gonna go one step up. I'm gonna change my skills, no, my abilities, to the yeah, boy. That is so cool. Anti-Venom Blast. I just love the black suit from Spider-Man 3. It is such a clean suit. I mean, you can say, it don't look accurate, but I don't care. It's just clean. Like, this is one of the cleanest Spider-Man suits I think we've ever had. And considering we had the Spider-Man 2 suit, slash Spider-Man 3, I suppose. And this is what we get following on from that. It's like, it's just a banger. And saying that, I'm not discrediting Andrew Garfield's first suit, by the way. Like, I do like the suit, I just prefer the second suit, and I prefer most suits to that first one. But it is still a nice looking suit. I mean, Andrew Garfield as well, his Spider-Man, it is quite literally, excuse the pun, but amazing. Like, he is the amazing Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire is like the Spider-Man. And then you've got Andrew Garfield, who is like the amazing Spider-Man. Oh no, Tobey Maguire's obviously Friendly Neighborhood according to the Marvel like universe, like official like universal designation, which I don't really mind. I think, to be honest, I really hope that I kind of wish that Brand New Day was just called Spectacular Spider-Man, because I would love a Spectacular Spider-Man movie. Obviously, Josh Keaton is the Spectacular Spider-Man, but at the same time, it's like, yeah. I do wonder though if they're going to add any of the like Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man suits, because I can't lie, that show wasn't great in my opinion, but it had some pretty cool things. And one of the things I liked the most about that show was the classic suit. I can't lie, that suit had no right being as cool as it was. To be honest, I kind of hope in Spider-Man 3 we get all the movie suits, but also a shoot-load of animation suits. Just because I think they look really cool. Particularly, obviously, I'm really happy we have the Spider-Verse movie suits. But things like the Spectacular Spider-Man suit, I don't think they'll ever do Ultimate Spider-Man because I heard the actor had some controversy. I don't know much about it, so I'm not going to comment on it. But at the same time, I heard that there was some controversy. If anyone knows it, please feel free just to drop it in the comments, so then that way I know whether or not to shut up about it or not. But it's like things like the Ultimate Spectacular Spider-Man, the oh, that's so clean. So clean, man. Yeah, I hope they do some more like TV. Do you know what I really want to see? I want to see the original Spider-Man the animated series suit in the game. I think that would be unreal. Bearing in mind, obviously, I know Arkham City had the animated Batsuit. I just think it'd be really cool, considering considering how well X-Men '97's done, and the fact that obviously Spider-Man made a cameo in X-Men '97, following on from the end of his series, which is in the same sort of universe. I just think it'll be really cool. What a left hook, sorry. Oh. Nope. I want to help that guy, because I am Spider-Man after all.
Don't worry. I'll get you to an ambulance in no time. You're amazing. Thank you.
Well, Andrew Garfield's the amazing one. But still, probably appreciated.
We're close. You're doing great.
Although, I'm going to be honest, my favourite Spider-Man suit is really hard to answer at the moment. Because I know the ones that are up there. Obviously the Maguire suit, obviously the Brand New Day and No Way Home suit, and the Andrew Garfield second suit. I am a massive fan of the Iron Spider suit from Infinity War and Endgame. I know not a lot of people like that, but this suit means a lot to me. So I don't care what people say. I am a massive fan of this suit. I know it gets, shat on a lot. I get what the problems are, don't get me wrong, it doesn't change how much I love it. I can't lie, I've loved it for years, and I just don't see that changing, I'm afraid. Well, I say afraid, I'm not afraid, personally, I think the suit looks awesome, but at the same time, it's one of those suits, you can't please everyone, but for the purpose that it had in the Avengers movies, and the fact that it was a suit made by Iron Man, used primarily in an Avengers movie. Yes, it was used in No Way Home. Yes, it was used in Far From Home, but I didn't mind as much, because for me, that is Avenger Spider-Man's suit. He was an Avenger when he got that suit. Or he was at least knighted as an Avenger when he got that suit. So that's my sort of common association with it. It is the suit he wore in Infinity War and Endgame, and the other ones were just like, because admittedly, it was his most powerful suit. It was made with nanotechnology. It could do everything that Spider-Man's suit should be able to do, plus a bit of Iron Man in it. With the arms and stuff. It's like that was undeniably his most powerful suit. And when it's Tom Holland's Spider-Man, someone that, admittedly, until he really locked in, wasn't that strong. Well, I feel like I'm going to cause a riot just by saying that. Not strong in the sort of confidence in his own abilities, that kind of strength, not like actual strength. Obviously Spider-Man's strong, but I feel like Tom Holland's Spider-Man needed that suit to fight Doc Ock on the bridge. And even then, that was kind of the end point for that suit, because Doc Ock ruined it, and he couldn't use it anymore. Or at least not use it completely. It's like, I don't mind it as such. I really don't mind the fact that suit was used in No Way Home. I mean, that No Way Home was kind of an end point for Spider-Man, or for Tom Holland's Spider-Man. So for me, it was like, yeah, use it as a one last hurrah. And people complain about it being used in Far From Home. It's just like No Way Home. It was in one scene, like literally one scene. I don't quite get what the issue is. I mean, I kind of see it, but I'm also here thinking like it was used. And to be fair, the main scene that the suit was used for got deleted. It was cut for the movie. So I don't know. I kind of don't get the hatred much for that suit. But then again, unfortunately, the Marvel fan base is quite strange, and that is coming from a massive Marvel fan. Like, it's the kind of franchise where as soon as someone makes a harsh judgment, people just kind of fall in line, and they don't really explain it properly. I think this is one of the downsides of social media in particular. Like, one person can make like an honest opinion, and then rather than just, you know, sticking with your own opinion, the common, like, you know, consensus is just to just hop in on that bandwagon. It's like, well, you're saying that, or you're agreeing with someone, but you're not actually saying why you agree. So do you actually, so my question is, do you actually agree, or are you just saying that you agree because of the fact that, you know, someone else has made the point and you're either too lazy or too sheepish to actually say what you actually think? I don't know. It's kind of just diverted away from Spider-Man talk then, because that is a genuine question that I have for some people, especially on social media. Is, are they just trying to fit in with the crowd, or do they just not have the ability to actually say why they think something? Because thing is, people, you have people have the right to express their opinion, but when your opinion is not backed up with anything, it's kind of like, well, why you know, why do you think it? I feel like half of the issues in the world would be solved if people just explained why they thought something. And if it's an ill-informed opinion and the reason they think it is stupid, then that just kind of says more about them. But anyway, enough political bullshit from me. I'm not in for that stuff. I come on here to state that. But yeah, it's just one of those. Sorry, it's just a little rant I need to have, because it does my head in. Admittedly, like, it really does my head in. Especially when I see people continually shit on the things that I like. And it's like, don't get me wrong, if you don't like something I like, that's absolutely fine, but at least explain why you don't like it. You know, I'm not gonna disagree with you. Or I'm gonna disagree with you, but I'm not gonna be upset about the fact you don't like something that I like. Just at least have a rational reason, or at least have a, you know, reason at all for explaining why you don't like it. You know, it's not like the whole point of conversation is to, you know, put your point across. And if your point is explaining why you think something, then you're not wrong. You know, people don't like the Iron Spider suit because they've got a reason as to why they don't like it. It's no you know, more right or wrong than me liking it. Because I don't know, and I've said, like, the suit means a lot to me, and I love the way it looks. It for me, it feels like what an avenging Spider-Man would wear, and I kind of feel like that maybe that's what Tom Holland's Spider-Man should have been known as, the avenging Spider-Man. Just because you've got you got Tobey Maguire as a friendly neighborhood, you've got Andrew Garfield as the amazing Spider-Man. I feel like the avenging Spider-Man would have been sick for Tom Holland. Bearing in mind he first appeared in a Captain America movie where all the Avengers were at odds. Apart from Hulk and Thor, of course. Like, that, it's kind of metal, you know? It's kind of crazy. And I'm just living for that. Like...
Sorry! Are you in the middle of something? Am I not helping? Everybody down! Look out!
What a move. Yeah, that's my rant over. Anyway, back to beating up hunters. One thing I'd like to know is, if the Amazing if Spider-Man 4 ever happened, who would you want the villain to be? Because personally, I can't think of someone who I want it to be that they haven't done already, or that I think would make sense for a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man film. One person I would like to see done, just because I know literally nothing about the character, so I just like to see them to get to know them more. I don't know, you can say, oh, just read the comic books, yeah. I know very little about this character. But I'd like to see the Jackal, Miles Warren. I don't know, would he suit more as a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man villain? Or an Andrew Garfield one, or a Tom Holland one? I don't know, and I'm quite interested. I want to see the Jackal done. I think the Jackal would be quite an interesting one. Maybe in, if Tom Holland does a 5th Spider-Man movie. Because I'm glad they're finally doing Scorpion and they're bringing Tombstone into live action. They feel like the right ones for a Tom Holland film, especially with the direction that No Way Home took his Peter Parker at the end of the movie. So Scorpion finally coming back, and
I didn't know you were around. That's the way I like it. Where'd those symbiotes come from?
Okay.
On to the next one.
I'm always around if you need some help.
Yeah, I love that suit. I feel like some obvious villains to do that haven't been done before are the likes of Hobgoblin. You see, Kraven was a good one, but I don't think they'll touch Kraven now. After the flop of the Kraven movie, I don't see Kraven being done. Obviously, I'd like to see Mr. Negative, but then I'd also be really impartial because my favourite, this is my favourite take of the character, so anything that references that and is not as good as this, I'm going to be very strong, very judgmental by. But that's just a me being biased thing, so maybe they could pull off Mr. Negative and it'd be really good. I'd like to see Mr. Negative done. That, in my opinion, would be awesome. I'd love to see Mr. Negative done. I just don't think it'd be as good as this. But then again, you had a 10-hour campaign to really flesh him out. So obviously, a 10-hour campaign versus a 2-hour story, what's going to flesh him out more? It's obviously going to be the 10-hour campaign.
I've got this. Get clear.
So, I just kind of think that it's a bit of a no-brainer, really. But at the same time, I don't know who I'd like to see. Hobgoblin, I think, is a big one. Get Ned in a goblin suit. And I kind of think there'll be a bit of bitter, twisted irony in it. In the fact that, obviously, the whole foreshadowing, or not so much foreshadowing, but the whole, I promise I won't become I won't try and kill you thing will come into play from No Way Home, and they'll pull that back. And maybe that's Tom Holland's final Spider-Man villain. He fights his best friend, and it kind of brings the story full circle. But then I'm trying to think, who else could they do? And there's Jackal. They're doing Scorpion. They're doing Tombstone. They won't do Kraven. They won't do Rhino, because technically we got Rhino at the end of TASM 2, but also Rhino got butchered. Venom, I'm not expecting Venom anytime soon. I think they missed the ball with that. If they do it without Tom Hardy, then I genuinely think that is such a missed opportunity, because you had such an amazing performance from Tom Hardy. Of course, imagine how cool his Venom would have looked had he had the White Spider. They've missed the ball with Venom.
These things don't quit.
That was a waste of ability. I might switch over to Miles, actually. You see, I personally think that the best thing they can do for Spider-Man is put him in a Defenders movie and have him have his showdown with Kingpin, his long overdue showdown with Kingpin. It's been over 10 years in the making. Since Daredevil and obviously Tom Holland joining the MCU. I want to see Spider-Man and Kingpin, but obviously Sony on the rights to that. So if they did a Defenders movie and had Spider-Man, Daredevil, and Punisher be the leads of that, and Kingpin be like the main villain, that would go hard. Because I don't know why, I don't know what it was about Born Again, but they teased something. I'm convinced they did. I mean, why else would you play the literal Tom Holland Spider-Man theme in Daredevil Born Again? Bearing in mind, you probably went through legal hell just to get that tiny, you know, those tiny couple of notes in there. Like, surely there's something there. You can't convince me otherwise. Like, surely there's got to be a team up lined up. And obviously, Punisher and Brand New Day and Born Again, Season 2 taking place before Brand New Day, and the fact they're connected. Like, surely there's got to be something. Plus, Spider-Man and Daredevil have already met. Oh, that move again, it's so good. Do you know what? Just going to do it like that instead. Oh, it's even got a... I love that combo. I'm a little bit gutted they can't do Taskmaster now, because obviously they killed her off with Thunderbolts. Or they could just do a new version of Taskmaster with Tony Masters and have him be like a Red Room, former like Red Room associate that actually was like the prototype before Antonio took on, and something happens with Spider-Man and they got a fight or something. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, there's so much stuff. There's so many villains they could still do. I want to see Jackal, Hobgoblin. They won't do Kraven. Like I said, they won't do Kraven. They won't do Morbius. They won't do Venom, or at least the Venom we all want to see, which is Tom Hardy. Yeah, there's literally so many they could do. I kind of hope, because I've seen like reports that there's going to be like a montage scene in Brand New Day of Peter fighting all these different villains since the end of No Way Home. I really hope, just for shits and gigs, that they lock in and they do a montage using the Spectacular Spider-Man theme song. That, in my opinion, would be that entire scene might be like one of the best Spider-Man scenes in history. Like, imagine a live-action Spider-Man like montage, including the Spectacular Spider-Man theme. Like, that would be insane. I mean, you get like really good edits of it on YouTube. But just imagine seeing like Tom Holland Spider-Man, you know, in all like the street level glory, and he's just beating the crap out of the likes of like Tombstone, Tarantula, Boomerang. I think they said they were doing.
Need to stop those hunters before someone gets hurt.
There's just so much they could do, honestly. Like, oh, that was clean.
That's all of them? Beautiful.
I love the swimming in this game, it's so clean. Like, the whole world has become so much bigger and brighter in the version of New York. Like, it's just perfect, honestly. Yeah. How long have we been going for? Only half an hour. Alright, I'm gonna be honest, I might cut it here just because I'm starting to feel really tired. But I'll tell you what, we'll fight these guys, and then we'll call it. Just because I am starting to feel really tired, and I could probably do with getting an early night, just so I can. Oh wait, is there no one there? Oh, okay. Let's go chill in the raft for a bit. I'd like to see the raft be included in the next Spider-Man film. I think that'd be pretty cool. Maybe they do like a raft breakout. But yeah. There you go. Right. That is going to be it from me. Thank you all so much for checking this stream out. I hope you're all well, and take care, guys. Bye-bye.